Everybody loves sliding barn doors, right?
But not everyone loves paying for that hardware. We have come up with a method to build your own, and it's not gonna break the bank. We are building this sliding barn door hardware for a nightstand, but this can be completely customized and put on any piece of furniture, so we thought we would show you exactly how to do it.
Here's what you need to build your sliding barn door hardware. Washers, 1-inch spacers, hex screws, hex bolts, some clothesline pulleys, baby hex screws, locking nuts, a 1-inch flat bar, spray paint, a drill, a jigsaw with a metal blade, a sander, a couple of screwdrivers, and nippers.
Our first step is disassembling these clothesline pulleys.
It's got a little lip on it, and you're just gonna get a flathead screwdriver.
So she's just pulling up the lip of it where it's sticking out.
So now it should look like this. You're gonna squeeze the top of that off. You're gonna want big nippers because it's a lot easier.
Woo!
Pinch it.
There she goes.
Okay. It's got a little bit sticking up still. I'm gonna pinch that off so the rest of it just falls through.
Ultimately, you're trying to end up with that plastic wheel all by itself.
And then this, there's a little cylinder piece in there. You're gonna wanna take that out too.
Really?
I just get it out. Well, some of them don't, the bolts don't fit, and that slides right out. Take it out, and you've got yourself a $2 barn door wheel.
Okay, but I don't see how that's gonna turn into a wheel.
I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Well, tell them how you came up with this idea.
I mean, it took 4 trips to Home Depot and about 2 days of blood, sweat, and tears.
That's it. So you're welcome, guys. Our next step is cutting our vertical bars. So we'll have 2 of those, and we're cutting those at 9 inches each. Clamp it to the table, and we're cutting that with a jigsaw. Make sure to use a metal cutting blade, and really, it cuts like butter.
See? Like butter.
Next, we're gonna be cutting that horizontal bar, and this is what the wheels will sit on to roll back and forth.
After you cut the bars, they might feel a little bit rough on the ends. Just get an 80 grit sandpaper. We used our corner cat, and we just sanded the edges off of them. To drill holes in the flat bar, we obviously need a metal drill bit. You need to mark a 1/2 inch down from the end of the flat bar. This is where the wheels are going to attach. How easy is that? Now I'm gonna flip it around and do the other one. We used a scrap board underneath our bar so that we would make sure not to hurt our workbench.
All right, now we're gonna drill a hole just like that one, but these are in our vertical pieces, and it's gonna be a 1/2 inch from the top because this is where our wheel's gonna line up. This is probably the most customizable project on our site. This right here is gonna be for this nightstand. Make it a little bit longer, you've got a desk or a coffee cabinet. I'm sure your wheels are spinning. See what I did there? So now what we're gonna do, see our little holes, we are gonna show you how this thing starts lining up.
Putting the hardware for the wheel together is like building a sandwich. We're gonna start with a hex bolt. We're gonna drop a washer onto it. Then we're going to drop the flat bar. Then another washer. Then we're gonna do the wheel and finish it off with a locking nut. And that locking nut is gonna lock into place while still allowing the wheel to spin.
Show me some spin. Now let us show you how this all works. So here is our horizontal bar. Then we've got our wheels with our vertical bars that you will attach to the door. And then look at that. We're gonna get all of this spray painted black, and then we're gonna put it on a really cool piece of furniture. So be sure to check out our next video to see what that is.
Now it's time to attach the horizontal bar onto our piece.
You wanna make sure that bar is nice and level, and that'll give you points. Once you've drawn those points, once you take it away,
Pre-drill holes where you made those marks. That way your wood's not gonna split when you drill those hex screws in.
so you wanna put that 1-inch spacer behind your bar, line that up where you pre-drilled your holes, and drive the hex screw through the bar, through the spacer, and into that piece of wood, and that gives you a good gap where that wheel's gonna run along your sliding track.
Now that we've got that horizontal track attached, it's time to hang the door. To do that, we're gonna set the wheels on top of the horizontal track, and then we're gonna hold our door up to the metal vertical pieces on those wheels, and we're gonna mark where we want those vertical pieces attached to the door.
Now all we gotta do is attach those vertical bars to the door, hang it on our track, and we are done. All right, there we go.
Check it out, guys. DIY sliding barn door hardware that we customized for $20. Start with your hex bolt, then you're gonna put on the washer, then you're gonna put on the flat bar.
Don't do that.